What's going on, fellow A-Plusers? It is I, your host as always, Adam Perez, back once again with a brand new video, as today we're going to go ahead and get into some Star Wars discussion, as this Wednesday, aka Hump Day, turned out to be a much better day than I even expected, thanks to the fact that I am a huge Star Wars fan. So the fact that Lucasfilm, along with Entertainment Weekly today, wanted to go ahead and release brand new first looks, new images, and even a new trailer for Obi-Wan Kenobi has made me a very happy Star Wars fan. I feel like we've been anxiously awaiting any further details or even our first look at a trailer, and today was the day. Lucasfilm and Disney certainly did not disappoint, as earlier on this day we wind up getting ourselves an Entertainment Weekly reveal for Obi-Wan Kenobi, as we got the opportunity to not only see new images, but they also have a cover art for the Entertainment Weekly magazine itself. And then earlier this afternoon, after that dropped, we finally got our very first official look at the Obi-Wan Kenobi trailer, and it's everything that I could certainly have asked for and more. And that's just the first trailer, as Obi-Wan Kenobi, the limited series, will in fact be dropping May 25th on Disney Plus to go ahead and celebrate the official 45th anniversary of Star Wars, since A New Hope wind up being released 45 years ago on May 25th. So a lot to definitely look forward to, guys. But right off the top, when it comes to Entertainment Weekly, because of the fact that they are rolling out images and stuff like that, I highly anticipate over the next week or two that we probably will be getting articles from the Entertainment Weekly as they discuss things about the Obi-Wan Kenobi series in and of itself. You know, the Entertainment Weekly article talks about the idea. It says Ewan McGregor has unsheathed his trusty blue lightsaber for the upcoming Disney Plus Star Wars series Obi-Wan Kenobi, and they have an impressive sneak peek at the cover, which we are in fact showing you right now, which also happens to be Entertainment Weekly's final print cover after 32 years before they move on to all digital media. But it does say that Entertainment Weekly has the full scoop on the Obi-Wan Kenobi series, not only just the new images, but they've had the opportunity to sit down and talk with Ewan McGregor, along with Hayden Christensen, along with the returning Joel Edgerton as Uncle Owens, and then also our first look, if you will, at a new Inquisitor by the name of Reva. So again, I'm pretty sure as the weeks progress, we probably will be getting further details about Obi-Wan Kenobi. But before we even get into the trailer, I do want to highlight some of the brand new images that Entertainment Weekly went ahead and released. So let's go ahead and bring some of these up as we get the opportunity to see a photo of Obi-Wan Kenobi here. It says, what kind of Obi-Wan Kenobi will we meet in this series? Ewan McGregor says, we find Obi-Wan at the beginning of our story rather broken and faithless and beaten, somewhat sort of given up. And I think we can kind of tell that from the trailer alone, especially in the idea of him talking about, you know, the war's over, we lost, sort of thing, right? You can immediately see where his mindset is and feeling rather rejected. We also get the opportunity to see the Force-sensitive Inquisitor Reva in here. It says Moses Ingram will provide a formidable new foe as she seeks out Jedi in hiding for the Empire. Director Deborah Chow and writer Joby Harold described the character as ruthlessly ambitious. I absolutely love that. It almost seems like she's willing to do anything to either be recognized or to certainly get the job done and certainly probably move up. So not to say that she's a kiss ass, but she definitely has some great motivations for herself. We get this really interesting photo here of Owen, or I should say Ewan, as Obi-Wan Kenobi inside of a cave, and it says he is a master Jedi and a master of decluttering, as evidenced by his sparse dwelling on Tatooine, where he has set up shop to watch over young Luke Skywalker. I do wonder if this cave that we see him in, if this will eventually turn into, say, the home that we see that he might have in A New Hope when he invites Luke over. So we should certainly see. We got another shot here of Inquisitor Reva, saying on the hunt. They share a common dark side goal, is what Ingram says about the villainous trio of Reva, the Grand Inquisitor, and Darth Vader. They're on the same team. As for what stands out the most to Ingram about her big bad, it's all heart. So she feels not, so if Ingram is calling her character all heart too, there definitely is a a pure commitment to truly wanting to see the end results. You know what I mean? We also get another shot here of Obi-Wan feeding one of his animals. It says, we all know that Obi-Wan feels about flying. This Jedi prefers to travel by more primitive means whenever possible, which certainly shouldn't surprise me. We also have a returning Joel Edgerton here as Owen Lars facing off against Reva here. It says Joel Edgerton is back as Uncle Owen, and we don't necessarily like his odds in the face-off with Reva. Thank you, George, for casting Joel Edgerton as Uncle Owen. That's all I can say is what Deborah Chow winds up saying in regards to that particular casting. I can't wait to see what Joel Edgerton will certainly bring to the role also. And then our final look here at Obi-Wan, it says McGregor is all cloaked up again as Obi-Wan, and he's got places to go, like the new planet Daiyu, which sort of has a Hong Kong feel to it. It's got a graffiti-ridden nightlife and is kind of edgy. It's just a different lane and a different feeling. So it's a brand new planet in here, and Daiyu, which, can I be honest? I'm super glad, because the moment that I saw sand once again in this series, which again, I was highly expecting sand, but I'm so tired of Tatooine and sand. So the fact that we are getting off planet makes me a very happy camper. There was a part of me that thought that maybe this was Coruscant, if you will, like the lower levels that we were seeing in the trailer, but no, it is in fact a brand new planet in Daiyu that certainly has some Hong Kong influences, if you will. The graffiti-ridden nightlife, and it's kind of an edge, is kind of edgy in a different lane and different feeling. So I'm looking forward to it, man. The photos that I've seen from Entertainment Weekly alone look great, and again, I'm pretty sure as they have a ton of interviews with other cast members, we'll probably be getting further insight as we go forward. But so not only did we get the images, but we also got ourselves a brand new trailer as of today that looks spectacular. I think it comes in just under about 2 minutes or so, but they do a great job just teasing us as to what the vibe of this particular series is going to be like, and really the fact that there is just a lot at stakes. A couple things that really jump off the bat for me. Love the narration in here, if you will, from the Inquisitor. We even have a brief line from Obi-Wan himself saying the fight is done, we lost. The Duel of the Fates soundtrack in here. I mean, listen, I don't care how old that soundtrack is. Every time it comes on, your mind immediately goes back to the Phantom Menace fight sequence and just anything from the prequels, honestly, and it just automatically gives you chills and goosebumps. It's just that memorable of a track. Probably one of the more memorable tracks outside of anything from like the original trilogy, if you will. Pretty impressive stuff. Visually, I think this trailer is stunning. Again, I said in my notes that I am tired of sand. So the fact that we do get ourselves a brand new location, it really just kind of makes this series pop all that much more. And just the production of this looks great, the way that it was filmed. I think Deborah Chow, certainly as the director in here, is going to do amazing work, and I think I'm truly going to love what she actually has in store for us. This is in fact a little bit of a limited series. A part of me was kind of hoping maybe it was more of a traditional series based, but I think they already kind of had us prepped for that. I think maybe 6 episodes in here, but I certainly could be wrong, and there's a part of me that's hoping that if it is in fact 6 episodes, please 40 minutes plus. Please 40 minutes plus each episode. I think would definitely go a long way. And I have a feeling that just these clips that we've been seeing from this first look trailer, I wouldn't be surprised if this is just from the first episode or the first 2. It really does feel like the Inquisitors in here are just trying to at least draw Obi-Wan Kenobi out, if you will. Like they are clearly on the hunt. That's what this trailer very much feels like, the idea of introducing us to the Inquisitors to let us know that Obi-Wan Kenobi is in for a lot of trouble. The fact that he is just kind of sitting around. Now, whether or not they're specifically looking for Obi, I feel very much like they are, but trust me when I say, if they find any other Jedi along the way, they certainly are looking to chop them down also. So like the scene that we get with Reva, even Joel Edgerton as Owens, when you see the shot in the trailer where it seems like there's been a man that's been hung or lynched or something like that, like I do wonder if that is a Jedi that wind up getting caught, or maybe it's somebody that was harboring a Jedi or had some information they certainly didn't want to give up. At least I'm assuming they're being hung. Who, for all I know, they could be like being force choked just high up in the air like that, for all we know, as they kill somebody in an attempt to try and find a Force-sensitive being. Maybe there are some signs of maybe Luke having potential, and maybe somebody saw him and reported him, and so now they're trying to look for the kid. I have no idea, but the way that the tone for this trailer is set is that a really big focus on the Inquisitors and the fact that they are certainly hunting down somebody in here. And I absolutely love hearing the Inquisitors. First and foremost, the fact that they're bringing the Inquisitors to live action, huge fan of. I've been impressed with the Inquisitors ever since we saw them introduced as far back as Rebels, if you will, having a really strong role to play. The Grand Inquisitor is going to be in here, getting a live action adaptation. I don't necessarily know how I feel so much about his prosthetics and his face makeup. His head looks a little bit more wider than it does long for the race that I'm used to. So we'll see. Once I see him more in live action and instead of just clips from the trailer, we'll see how I feel, but still menacing to certainly say the least, as we get to see the Grand Inquisitor in here. I believe we also get the opportunity to see what looks to be maybe even the fifth brother, if I'm not mistaken. A great showcase of the Inquisitor's tower that they have, the table that they're all certainly sitting around. So they're clearly all working together, like the Entertainment Weekly suggested the idea that there's a little bit of a trio. Darth Vader, who's probably giving the orders to the Grand Inquisitor, who's then giving orders to the rest of his Inquisitors, and that is in fact Reva, as well as the fifth brother. So I'm really glad that they're finally getting live action interpretations of them. If you have not had the opportunity to see them in animated form, I highly would recommend checking out Star Wars Rebels for yourselves. But just hearing the Grand Inquisitor talk about the idea of hunting Jedi, right? He says the key to hunting Jedi is patience. Jedi cannot help what they are. Their compassion leaves a trail. The Jedi code is like an itch. They cannot help it, right? And there's a part of me that wonders if the Inquisitors are purposefully going out there and causing problems for towns, hoping that it will in fact draw people out. Because even though a Jedi certainly is in hiding, the itch they're talking about is doing good and helping people. And so if they certainly see somebody in danger or in peril, look, we've seen that even when it comes to like the Jedi Fallen Order video game, right? Of Cal wanting to keep his power secret, but when somebody was certainly in need, in a moment's notice, just that urge to save somebody, right? And putting yourself out there and certainly being noticed. And so it feels like maybe that's what the Inquisitors are doing, everything in their power to certainly draw them out, certainly being patient, certainly taking their time, knowing that before they know it, a Jedi is going to jump at the chance to try and save somebody, and they're going to be there for them. And it definitely feels like that's what they're trying to do when it comes to Obi-Wan. And maybe Obi-Wan's fully aware of that. There's a scene in here where there's a shot of Obi-Wan walking the streets of Dayu with his hood over. I am wondering if he's watching from afar what's happening with the Inquisitors and trying to figure out if he in fact should intervene or certainly should stay hidden. So I'm loving what we're seeing so far, man. I truly am. Another quick honorable mention, we do see a young Luke in here. I was curious if they were going to go ahead and actually cast a young Luke, which certainly makes sense. Still waiting to see whether or not Liam Neeson pops up in here as Qui-Gon Jinn. I certainly would love to see that. Maybe we got a little bit of a Force ghost moment inside of the cave that Obi-Wan is certainly chilling in. There is an Imperial officer that winds up walking off one of the ships. I do recall seeing the casting choice for this Imperial officer. They don't mention the character's name, but there's a part of me that's wondering if this is in fact Rey Sloane. I mostly know Rey Sloane from the time of after Return of the Jedi, but I can't remember if Rey Sloane was in fact involved with the Empire even before A New Hope or not. There is something that tells me yes, so I am kind of curious if this is our live action adaptation of the Rey Sloane character first and foremost. And then towards the end of the trailer, there is a person with a gun. My first thought that I wind up thinking of was that maybe it was Han Solo. Like there's a shot of Reva at the beginning of a hallway and you just see a silhouette standing at the opposite side with the gun. I don't know if that was Han Solo because the gun looked kind of familiar, but I think the gun might be shaped a little bit differently, so it may not be Han. For all I know, it could certainly be Obi-Wan Kenobi. The scene on the rooftop at the very end, that does look like Obi-Wan Kenobi using a blaster to go ahead and fend them off. Clearly, maybe, at least I'm thinking that's Obi-Wan Kenobi. We know how he feels about guns, such an uncivilized weapon, if you will. But when you are at the point of trying to hide your force abilities and not get recognized and not draw more attention to yourself, the use of a blaster may certainly be the only thing that you can certainly use. So I'm loving it, man. The tone of this, seeing the seriousness of the Inquisitors, their hunt, raises the stakes for me. The idea of Obi-Wan going off planet lets me know that this will be a series that transverses across the galaxy, if you will, not just stuck in one place. And guys, we haven't even seen how much Darth Vader or Anakin Skywalker is in this series, just based off of the 2 minutes that we wind up getting in this trailer. So I'm pumped. I'm so thankful that Hump Day on a Wednesday wind up turning into a Star Wars Obi-Wan Kenobi day here. So listen, guys, if there's anything in the trailer that I might have missed, whether that be character details, storyline concepts, Easter eggs maybe, that you guys want to further talk about, please let your thoughts be known in the live chat or the comment section box below, guys. And trust me when I say we will in fact be reviewing Obi-Wan Kenobi when it in fact drops here on Disney Plus this May 25th. So certainly go ahead and mark your calendars. But let me know about all the goodness that you guys saw out of Obi-Wan. Are you hyped? Does this give you more confidence? Are you still on the edge, not quite sure how to feel about it? Definitely go ahead and let me know your guys' thoughts in the live chat or the comment section box below, guys. But other than that, that's going to do it for me here. We'll certainly see you guys later. We may even talk about Obi-Wan Kenobi later on this weekend on our APlus Hero Report, streaming live every Sunday at noon Central Time. So join us then, guys. But until then, do us a big favor, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and keep it A+. I'll talk to you guys later. May the Force be with you. Have a good day. Bye.